Hey y'all, APG Jamie here, and I'm glad that you are here too. Welcome to the channel. So today is Fourth Art Saturday. That's hashtag Fourth Art Saturday. Our inspirational prompt was letters plus metal. This year we're doing a word prompt, which is usual, but we're going to have an item, in this case, metal. I'm using aluminum tape. This is extra wide. And by extra wide, I mean it's like 3 inches, y'all. My husband picked it up somewhere and he's not getting it back. Okay. So I've got a piece of old black cardstock and I'm putting on a second piece of the aluminum tape. I don't get it on there straight, and it's okay. So we're going to do letters. Now, yeah, this could be written letters. Just saying, could be written letters, could be charms. There's, your interpretation as an artist. It is an open collab. So you are free to join in on Fourth Art Saturday as you may be inspired by the prompt. What kind of project? Oh, whatever kind you want, I guess. I had no plans. Well, I did have plans. I knew I wanted to use the Sizzix, I think it's called typeset embossing folder. You'll know it when you see it. You'll be like, oh yeah, should have known. Anyway, so that's what we're going to use. I did spritz the back with my glycerin and water mixture over there by the embossing machine. I don't know why I have such a tiny little desk drop paper. Y'all, I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know sometimes. And I must say, this Brea Reese Mars Black is very juicy and goes very far away, far amount, y'all. I thought, oh my gosh, I wanted some black. I didn't want it to be encased in black, but it's okay. We'll get it all worked out. And yeah, we end up with alcohol ink on us a lot, several places. And that is one of those foam pads on the blending doulaler. And I end up throwing it out because it has got so much black ink on there, y'all. I don't think it would ever come. Actually, I probably should go pull it back out because we'll be able to use that forever. Yeah, probably not. So I had also got out a rust color, and this one is Ranger, and then I have a different one, Ranger one as well. And I'm hoping that's going to take some of that black off and leave a little rusty color, and it did. Now, on my editing screen, which I've not complained about for a while, and I don't mean to be complaining, I'm just kind of whiny about it because it's small. And yeah, I probably could make it bigger, but there's no fun in that, right? So, anyway, I've also got mermaid. Is that the color? I think. It's a list of ingredients in the description below the video. And I thought, oh yeah, I like that. Now see, that one's coming off pretty good on the screen. Makes me happy. So we're just going to smoosh that around for a while. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I like that. It does not, alcohol inks are flammable. So if you use a heat gun, use caution along with that use, okay? And I'm taking a sanding block. It's a piece of foamy stuff that's got sandpaper all around it. It's from the home improvement store near the sheetrock department or in the sheetrock department. Anyway, some sanding off the top of that, and it took some of the black off the tops of the letters. And I think I just added some more of that rust in. I don't know. It could be the mermaid again. I don't know. I don't know. So I am trimming these out because that was my initial intent, was I'm going to trim out all these letters, and each of these strips is going to be like a charm. This was my initial thoughts. I didn't have really concrete plans per se. And well, the edge is kind of pokey, so I've tried to use a corner rounder. No, it's a 3D embossing folder, y'all. Anyways, so I'm just going to hand scissor cut them in round the corners, and I'm not trying to necessarily get any of them straight on account of this is a highly distressed project. This here is a piece of paper. I was trying to get you a picture of the color of it. Didn't come off very well. These were some papers that I dyed when I was up at CB's last time. It's been a while. Hey, CB. And I'm going to attach that onto a piece of cardstock, another piece of that black cardstock. And I went ahead and made it an ATC size. Officially, it's 2.5 by 3.5 inches. The orientation of your choice, of course. Why? Because I don't know. Because I thought, well, let's just go ahead and make an ATC because we need to use our charms, our letter charms, on something. Yeah, it works. Anyway, trimming that out. And now I'm going to do some inking. I would suggest on the wrinkly paper that you ink it before you put it onto another substrate or onto a substrate. Because when you do that, sometimes you lose some of your crumpled upness, which is beautiful. I think you'd be able to tell in the photo montage, maybe a little bit butter. And I've used, what did I use? Garden patina. Now we're using some majestic violet, and that will bring out some of those wrinkles. Again, think distressed, grungy. So we're doing that, and we've done that, and I'm checking the edges. We'll glue those down with our glitter glue. And I'm just not quite that happy with how the letters are, even in real life, they were like, oh, they're so, blendy. You can't really tell what letters they are. So I got out this here marker pen. I don't know the brand, but it's one that you shake up, and you have to pump it to get it going. And I'm putting that on top of the letters, being pretty careful. It's working pretty good. And remember, we sanded it, so they're got a little more texture on there than what they did to begin with. And I thought, well, no, I kind of don't really like that either. So now we're going to go back over that with the Mermaid alcohol ink, just on a makeup wedge. And I am working on a piece of wax paper this time now, because I am. And I put that on there, and then I'm like, I'm just not quite so feeling that either. So we're going to put some more of the white back on there, right? Isn't that what we're going to do? What are we going to do? Yeah, here we go. Hi, y'all. So, and I'm trying to be a little more hopscotchy about it, not just kind of haphazardly. And then I'm like, yeah, that's okay. I can't say I loved it, but it was okay. Now I'm going to clean the tip because some of that mermaid came off on the tip. You want to make sure you clean that, okay? And then I got out my isopropyl alcohol and just spritzed it. I have a little small, fine, misty spritzer bottle, and now I'm just dabbling up some of that extraness with a paper towel. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm liking that more butter. And so I got the ATC out, and I went and grabbed some of those screw head brads. These are Sizzix Ranger Ideology. I don't remember the actual brand name of them, y'all, but they were Timmy's from way back. And I don't know if you can still get them, but I have some. Well, not very many, but I have some. And I had already tried out some other embossing powders. And, I tried silver, pearl silver, and a gold, I think. And this one, could you guess what color it is? It's a favorite. That's right. It's scorched timber glaze. That means they're somewhat translucent. Anyway, and it is just so stinking pretty, y'all. And I'm like, yeah, that's the ticket. So I'm going to spell out some more words. And gonna do those embossing. This is just a piece of that scrap dyed paper from CB's house. I know I need to use it, but I'll get to it on this time. Now I'm not spelling out complete words because we already have the first letters, don't we? Yes, we do. hmm And he can. Yep. I'm like, yeah. Girl's a little fluffy for that area, so I come back and restamp it with individual letters, so there would be, I could take up less space. And going to poke a little tiny hole. I think that's the 1/8 inch hole punch, and putting that in the center of the letters, in the center of the strip of letters. And now we're putting in the screw heads, which I tapped with the mermaid alcohol ink just to add a little bit of that color to them. Now I'm marking where I'm going to punch a hole in the ATC and just poke the brad through there and be like, yeah. No, I'm not gluing them down. I am not gluing them down. Well, the hole punch wouldn't work there, so I had to use a pokey tool, which is fine because that works. And just basically going to do that for all 3 of our strips. And they're not precisely lined up, and that's not the name of today's game. Okay? Grungy, haphazard, distressful. Okay, so now we're going to glue on our words. And if you haven't figured it out, it says APG, which stands for Artist Poet Girl. That's me, Jamie. APG Jamie. That's the channel you're on. Thanks for being here. And this is where I'm going to stamp out my name. Right? Isn't that what I'm doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Restamping girl? Yeah, restamping girl. Anyway, that's what we're doing. I don't know. I thought I'd already taken all that out. Guess not. IRL. Earl. Girl. Hey, girl. Okay, trimming that out because we don't have a whole lot of real estate to put that on. I'm like, oh, please fit. Yeah, it fitted pretty good. So now I'm going to glue on the ATC back because I do that. I do computer printed backs and glue them on. In this case, with Aleene's Original Tacky Glue, my favorite. Anyway, smooshing that all down, burnishing it down, trying to wipe up any excess glue. Now our letter strips are just on there with the one brad, okay? So they're kind of spinny, and that was how I wanted them. So now I have all these other letter strips, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I'm thinking they'll make cute charms, but because the backs are so bubbly, it's 3D embosser folder, y'all. I thought, well, let's just go ahead and glue them down onto the rest of this black cardstock here. I mean, what the heck? And that way, when we want to use one of them, we just trim out whichever one we want because it's a capital and a lowercase letter. See, flip-flop part. They purty. And a little hole could be put in there, or they could just be glued straight onto something. I don't know. I don't got no intention. They may sit over there in a box forever. I don't know. And here's the artist trading card. It's just me, y'all. It's just me. Artist, poet, girl, Jamie. That's me. See? Just showing you that wiggle. Technically, theoretically, you could tuck something in there behind them if you wanted to, if you were that kind of person. Nice fourth art project. Ta-da! Photo montage. Y'all, I hope y'all play along. If you do, please try to tag me. Otherwise, I may never know that you joined in. Okay? And I will hopefully have that information in the description below, along with that list of ingredients. Fun project, y'all. You know I love the artist trading cards. I just do, because I do. That's why, because I do. Thanks for watching. Until next time, happy art